Hello students, welcome back. So in this session, I'm going to be talking about Pandas group by and aggregation. So following are some of the aggregation functions that's used. Mean, for example, you may have to calculate the mean of a series of values. You may have to calculate the maximum of a series of values. Likewise, you may have to calculate the minimum, the sum, or the count, and the median, standard deviation, variance, the first value of a series of values. You may have to count all these stats. So they give you pandas, they have given you this aggregation function that allows you to do all this. All right, let's look at a few of them. Let me actually copy and paste this for your convenience. Control A, Control C, bring it over here and paste it, and change this to markdown, and there you go. All right. So first thing we do is we import our libraries. Come down, paste it, and import my library. All right, so I'm importing my pandas, creating an alias as PD. I'm importing my warnings, and I'm suppressing all my warnings. Actually, I'm suppressing my future warnings. And then I read my CSV file. So this is simple CSV file, okay? And it's called data group by aggregation.csv. It's the link to this file is down in below in the description. Okay, so I print my DF, and as you can see, this one talks about department, employees, salary, experience, and region. These are the a few columns, okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5 columns, and the department, HR, IT, finance, HR, IT, finance. So it seems like there are 3 departments. These are the employee names, okay, and these are this corresponding salary, and one of them actually is missing this salary, okay. This is the experience, like how much experience each employee has. And this is the region. What region are they working in? East, west, north, so on and so forth. And over here you can see there is one value missing right here. NaN stands for not a number, meaning value missing. So the way you read this is like, let's look at this one right here. IN is in finance department. This is the salary, and the experience is 8, and the region is west. That's where they're working at. Okay. Group by department. Tell me how many employees are for each department. Okay, somebody comes and asks you, hey, tell me how many employees are in each department. So you say, so first I'm printing my original DF, okay, just so you can compare side by side, and then I'm doing my group by, and the way you do is by using this inbuilt method dot group by, and you specify the name of the column over here. I'm only specifying one column because I'm only grouping by department, and dot size over here, and you print, and that's going to give you for each department how many employees are working. So this is my original data frame right here. This is my original data frame, okay? And this right here is telling me for each department, you said a group by department is telling me for finance, there are 4 people, and you can check there are 4 people in finance. You see that? 1, 2, and 3 and 4. All right. Then HR. How many people are in HR? 3 people are working in HR. You can see that. HR1, HR2, and HR3. So this way you can find how many people are working in each department by using this clause df.groupby department.size at the end. Okay, now give me the total count of non-null value in each group. So give me the count of non-null value in each group. So in this case, again I'm printing my original data frame, and then I'm doing group by, and this time I'm printing count. So if I run this is my original data frame. Okay, this is the same one that I just printed. Now this is the one that's giving me the count right here. So it's telling me for each one of the groups, for each one of the groups. Okay, so in this case, let's look at this one. Let's look at one of the value right here, 4. This tells me that the total employee in finance department is 4 right here. So you can see for finance department there are 4 employees: Corey, Frank, Ian, and Shemlodia. All right, and it tells me, let's say for example, region. Okay, so let's look at this number, 2 for HR. So that tells me in HR, okay, the region over here you're gonna find 2. two regions in HR. And you can see for region, there are two values, East and West. That's it. All right, let's look at salary. Okay, and the department is finance. So salary is 3. So if you look over here, salary and the department, and department is finance. So if you look at the finance department, you're going to find 3 people who actually have salary in finance department. So this is 1, and this is 2nd, this is 3rd, and this is 4th. Now, this one does not get counted, okay? And the reason it does not get counted is because this is not a number. So that's why it's going to show 3. Although you can see there are 4, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, but this number is not going to get counted. That's why you see 3 over here. Experience, let's look at this one. Experience, and this is HR. So if you look at the HR, under experience column, 3 values are there. So if you look at HR, this is 1, okay, 1 HR, this is your 2nd HR, and this is your 3rd HR. All right. Okay. Group by region and give me the size now. I want you to group my region and give me the size. So let's do that. So printing again my original data frame. Okay, that's the first thing I do, print my original data frame. Then I'm grouping by region, and then I'm printing my size. Okay, so in this case, it's telling me by region. It's telling me for East, there are 5. And you can see for East, there are 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And likewise, for West, there is 4. You can count, there are 4 of them. Okay. I want you to group me by department and region and give me the size of each one of them. So group by department and region and give me the size of each one of them. Again, I'm printing my original first. Okay, and then I'm grouping by. Now, in this case, I'm grouping by multiple columns, department and region. Before, I was grouping by only one column. If you look over here, I group by only one column. Okay, now I'm doing it multiple column, 2 column. You can do 2, 3, 4, 5. It will allow you to do that. So this is my original data. Oops, let's come over here. So this is my original data right here. Okay, and now it grouped by department and region. Department region. So let's look at this value 1. What is it saying? It's telling me for finance on the east side there is only one entry. There's only one row for that, and you can see that for finance, okay, on east side that's the only one. Okay, this is not east side, this is west, and these two are west. Okay, so there is only one. And let's look at this one, HR East. Let's look at this one. What is this telling me? It's telling me for HR on east side there are 2 entries for that. So if you go to HR, you're going to find 2 entries for east. This is one, right? This is one, and the second one would be, no, not this one, this one right here. This would be the second one. Okay, so 2 entries. What about this one? This tells me for finance, west side, okay, on the region west, there are 3 entries. So for finance, if you look over here, finance would be for the west side. So come over here on the west. Let's see. Where is my finance? Oh, there it is. Finance East 1. Okay. Then you come over here, finance West right there. This is my another one finance right there. This is my second finance. And this is my third finance West. Okay. All right. Now, I want you to group by department. Okay, group by department and calculate the sum of all salaries that's awarded to employees in each department. So group by department and calculate the sum of all salaries awarded to employees in each department. Again, I'm printing my original data frame, and then I'm printing my group by again. In this case, I'm saying group by department salary. Okay, grouping by department, and I'm finding the salary, and then I'm calculating the sum of that. Okay, let's run that, and there you go. So it's telling me that for finance, okay, the salary, if you add the sum of salary for finance, just finance department, it is this number right here. So you can add this number, okay, for finance, You can add this number for finance and you can add this number, and your answer would be this right here, 226,000. For HR, it's saying that if you add the salary, okay, I'm adding the salary. If you add the salary for HR, so HR would be this one, 60,000 plus 58,000 plus 62,000. These are HR departments. And if you add them, the answer would be 180,000. Then now I want you to give me, okay, group by department and calculate the mean salary for each department. So in this case, I want you to group by department again, and but this time calculate the mean salary for each department. Again, I'm print out my original data frame, and this time I'm doing group by department and salary, but this time I'm doing mean. Previously, I did sum. Now I'm doing the mean now. If you come down, you're going to see the mean value for each department. For finance, the mean value is 75,333. So basically what it's doing is taking this value, this number, plus, this is not going to be applicable, plus 88,000 plus this number, and it's going to divide by total by 3. In this case, HR, it's going to take 60,000, which is this one, HR department, plus 58,000 plus 62,000 and divide by the total number. That's going to give you the mean or the average of them. Okay, that gives you the mean. Okay, group by multiple columns and give me the mean of salary. So now I'm grouping by multiple columns. So previously I was grouping by only one column, right? Department. Now I'm grouping by multiple department. I'm grouping by department and region, and I'm saying give me the salary, give me the mean salary and mean of each one of the salary. Same thing as this right here, except I'm just doing 2 departments. I'm grouping by 2 departments. All right, run this, and again print my original. This is my original right here, and then now I want the group by department, group by region, and then give me the salary, the means for each one of the salary. Let's do that. Department and region, and it gives me the mean salary. So let's look at this value right here. What does this value tells me? For HR, east side, okay, people who are working in the region east, their mean salary is 61,000. And the way it calculated, it went to HR, okay, and looked at the east. And east is this one right here. HR east, this is not east right here. HR east is this one right here, okay. So it calculated the mean salary of that. Okay, let's look at this one right here. This one actually is the mean salary for IT department on the west side. So for IT department on the west side, so IT on, this is east, this is not the one. IT, not this one either. This one, yeah. The mean salary, there's only one value over there. The mean salary for region west for the IT department, the mean salary is 75,000. There's only one value, that's it. And you can see it's giving me 75,000. Okay. Now comes aggregation. Maybe you want to calculate multiple values. You don't want to just have 1 or 2 values, okay? So you want to group by, this time, you want to group by department and get multiple stats like mean, maximum, minimum, and so on and so forth. So let's do that. In this case, I'm grouping by department and I'm doing aggregation of my salary. So for my salary, I want the mean value, I want the max, I want the minimum, I want the sum. For my experience, I want the mean value of my experience and I want the count. Okay. Now these values right here, these numbers, these functions, mean, maximum, mean, count, sum, these are exactly same as the one I defined on top. If you recall, in the beginning I showed you a bunch of functions right here. You see them? These are all the functions you can use for aggregation. Okay, all of them. Scroll down. All right. So I'm using those functions. Mean, so for salary, give me the mean, maximum, minimum, sum. For experience, give me the mean and count. Okay. And then I print my multiple stats. Let me remove this. All right. Run this. And there you go. So now it gives me those stats, okay, those aggregation function. So let's look at this value. What does this mean? This tells me for the finance, the mean salary of people in the finance department is 75,333. This number right here, that tells me that the minimum salary in HR department is 58,000. Okay, so minimum salary for HR department is 58,000. Let's verify that. For HR department, okay, there is 62, there is 58, and there's 60. So the minimum salary is 58, right? You can see that, it verified that. All right, so let's look at this number right here. What is this telling me? It's telling me that the mean experience level, okay, the mean experience for HR department, okay, the mean experience for HR department, okay, the mean experience for HR department is 2.33. The mean experience for HR department is 2.33. So experience for HR department. So if you look at the HR department, there is this right here, then there is this right there, 3, and there is this right there, so 232. So the mean value is basically 2 plus 3 plus 2 divided by 3, and this will give you 6.5. Oh, sorry, 2.33. Okay, that's how you read this thing. So this one, these values, okay, they go together. Okay, these values, they're gonna go together, and these values, okay, they're gonna go together. Okay. Oh, I'm sorry. Experience will have mean and count together. I apologize. For experience, it's gonna be this one right here. So experience is gonna have this one right here. This is gonna be with the experience, okay, and salary will have these values. These values, okay. So mean, max, min, sum. These are associated with the salary. Mean and count is associated with experience. You can see that from here. All right, a little advanced topic. Now, since you're getting all this data, right? You're getting all this group by, maybe you have to iterate over that. Maybe sometime you may need to iterate over that. So you say group dot df dot group by department, and then you iterate like this, okay? For name, comma group and grouped, and you print your department, which is your name, and then print your group. So when you run this, it's gonna print. Now remember, you group by department, so it's gonna go through each one of them. Department finance, department HR, okay, it's going to print department finance, it's going to print all the group for finance right there, and that prints out all the values. This is a group for finance. Then it's going to print department HR, and it's going to do me the group for HR. Then it's going to print department IT and the group for IT right there. Okay, that's what the group is. Okay, thank you.